Hi everyone, it's me here again, and I've got quite a bit of a large update, really. So about a week ago, I did an exclusive stream with people who kindly sponsored me on Patreon, and I was very honest, and I said, like, one of the hardest things over the last few months is mental health. Uh, being in lockdown for this long, being off work. And then I've always said from the start, you can look at any video, I want to be honest with everyone. I've said in updates, I'm going to do this channel as long as I enjoy it, as long as lockdown's on. It was really just to see where it could go. That was the whole point, is just something to do during lockdown, see where it takes us. Um, and this is the point where we're at now, in which I mentioned, like I said in the private stream, um, about mental health. And as much as I like to think I'm really strong mentally, I think cracks have started to form. There's just been moments in this, like lockdown, where I felt just worn down. I've put a load of weight on, which I'm not proud of. It's just like it started to take its toll, and like obviously Nisha gets full priority on the computer to do her editing because obviously it's for Fact Fiend. uh, and I just kind of like do it as and when I can. And it got to the point where like Niche should be working all day. I'd just be sat here, just eating, drinking, not doing anything. And then when it comes to Nisha finishing, do I want to go on the computer and edit a video? No, I couldn't be bothered. So a lot of my videos were kind of live streamed where I just recorded them on OBS, and then all I had to do was just trim the start, trim the ending down. That was the full video. That was all the editing. So I didn't have time for it. I always tried to just think of something new. I wanted to get American Lucas in. I've always just tried to like think outside the box, get some content up. The first month I really enjoyed like doing it. I think we had quite a lot to talk about. Um, but then in the last 2 or 3 weeks, I literally just it's been really hard to even like get the motivation to record a video. I really dragged myself out of bed one day last week to film Euro Truck Simulator. I know a lot of people, well, a few people really enjoyed that series. That's why they donate to me on Patreon. And then to see it only get, as it stands, 51 views, and then I looked at the analytics and like 75% turned off in the first 5 seconds. So you're talking 10 people sat and watched it, and that's not even all the way through. And that to me, just like, it was just the final nail in the coffin, really, for right now. So I want to just put it on record that I wouldn't say it's forever, but for now, I'm finishing just on YouTube as a whole. Like I said previously, when I go back to work, which I work full time, I don't think if I can't motivate myself to do it now when I've got no work on, like Thursday I went back to work, back to full time hours. Am I really going to want to do a full time job and then on my 1 or 2 days off, record videos, edit videos, publish videos? Probably not. You know, I've said that from the start. Like it was all a lockdown kind of experiment. See where it goes. We had bursts, which is from the Fact Fiend stuff. If Carl mentioned it, uh, well, he's been allowing me to post his community. We kind of jump up 100 or 200. But as in my channel, I never wanted to just rely on Carl for content. I never wanted just to sit there going, I want Carl to do this video, I want Carl to do this video, just so I get views. I've always wanted to be myself. But then I look at it, the videos with Carl are the two highest. So I know that people, just watch it really to see Carl. Um, but yeah, I didn't want to just rely on him. Like if I wanted to put content out, just be like, Carl, I need you, Carl, I need you. I've only asked him to do one video. That was the artwork one where he used Photoshop, and then the teabag one we just, I pulled them all off of Twitter when we were doing it like start of lockdown. We just started throwing teabags into a mug. Um, but yeah, like I try and focus on the positives from this. Like as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, most subs I ever had was like 30, and at the minute I'm like 1,750, give or take. Um, so obviously, like, this is my highest subs ever. Obviously, I've got 9 patrons, which I'm gonna have to speak to separately, who are donating money. That meant a lot. We took a racist off of YouTube. I Again, this is something I mentioned in the exclusive stream, but yeah, you know how I posted his address and he was adamant it wasn't his address. It was his address. Yeah, it's his mum and dad have dealt with it. Yeah, so like, that's another positive is taking him off. Um, so that's one less toxic voice. But that's just the issue I've had is very, very, very rarely do I get messages about Carl, about Fact Fiend. A lot of times people just drop into my inbox just to say thank you, which obviously I appreciate. I know it like sits more with Carl because he is the channel. I'm just like voice in the background. But it's really nice to know that in some way I help people. Just having a laugh with Carl. So like there are positives from this all, but right now, after I found out that my mental health has got cracks, that I don't want to open up. I need to just get on top of them and going back to work full time. I just lacking the motivation. A lot of things were promised that hadn't happened. It's just, yeah, it's just multiple reasons really. But yeah, like I said, it's not forever. In a year's time, I might just want to just get something going again. I might just want to stream one night, just to like, if I've had a rough day at work, just stream, just to have a laugh, play some Jackbox with everyone. Because that's me. I've always kept the same consistency throughout. I want people to be involved. Every time we go on stream, I always encourage people to join in. I'll sit and wait until everyone has the option to play, and it proves it. Like in a lot of streams, we've been averaging 40 to 50 viewers, like me, hosting 40, 50 people, all like playing Jackbox, having a laugh. So that's always nice. So honestly, I thank everyone who's watched my stuff, who's taken part. But I need to look after me. There's a lot of stuff going on in my personal life, in my family's life, that just takes a toll. And then coming out of lockdown and going back to work, like last night was the first proper night that I've done since going back to work, and it was hard because we're having to adapt to COVID and a lot of changes. And you sit there dealing with 150, 200 people, wondering if anyone has got COVID, and then if they're talking to you, I'm there with a mask, just hoping I don't get it. It's just really awkward. But yeah, came home last night, and then we had neighbours at it until 5 a.m. arguing with each other. So it's just like no sleep. I just sit there going, I just need to fucking relax. I really need to just take a step back now. So I don't want to just spend my days off filming and editing for content, which I'm not too fussed about. I don't want to just start half-arsing everything. So that's not fair, and predominantly the people who donate money to me every month, for me just to like fob them off with some shit content. So yeah, I'm going to speak to those guys separately, probably in a lot more detail. But yeah, because I want to stay in the right frame of mind, and when I feel like mental health's kicking in a little bit, just not enjoying making content. I've got no motivation to keep making content. Like even this video, I sat there, just sat going, I need to film it, and just it's just taking like, I just watched Formula One, and I'm just like, right now I've got 5 minutes, just fucking do it. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who's tuned in, and reached out as always. But yeah, I gotta look after myself right now. I need to make sure I'm okay moving forward. I'm gonna talk to Carl separately. As like I have been really quiet on the Fact Fiend front when he posted the group chat who's ready to film. I kind of just have a sit a step back. You know, I just kind of like, I'd say the YouTube world right now, I just don't want to be a part of. Like when I had that day off for my birthday and I came back to people being told, you know, well, people killing themselves ultimately from the abuse and, you know, the fact that Carl was struggling and just shit like that all the time. I just kind of just want to take a step back from it now because I sat there going, it's not bothering me, not bothering me. And then one day, you know, you just click, you go, it is fucking bothering me. Like why, you know, why am I having to post about it? Why am I having to post rants if it's not bothering me? So yeah, it did take its toll. So I just wanted to be honest with everyone as I always have been and put this in a video. So yeah, as always, I'll try and love comments in the comment section. I'll speak to people on Twitter who will probably drop me a DM. Patrons, I'll speak to you separately. But yeah, just thank you for the last 3 months, really. I really appreciate it. And hopefully one day when I feel better, we'll get going again. But yeah, cheers everyone. Thank you.